Good morning, YouTubers. This video is on one of my favorite boats that I have. It is the Mad Shark Formula One Tunnel Haul racing boat. This thing is very fast. If you've seen any of my videos that I've done with my daughter, you'll see that this one here really moves. I picked this one up when I first moved here and to Ohio, and I'm glad I have. It really is for something that moves that fast, and for it to have the features that it has on it. It's pretty remarkable. I think they did a pretty good job on this. Mine doesn't really look like the other ones. I took a lot of the decals and stuff off of here. You know, it said Mad Shark with the big shark right here and a bunch of little other decals and stuff. I like for mine to be really plain. If you see, you'll see a couple of my other videos that I'm going to be doing, and I just like that look. It looks a little bit more sportier. It doesn't look, you know, as commercial, you know, as they do when they come out the box. So let's get into it. I have another thing I like about this boat here is that if it flips over, as you can see, this side is cut out. And it has the vents right here. And it'll fill up with water and then flip the boat right side up, so that you don't have to go swimming or even get yourself a little canoe or a paddle boat or anything like that and stay out there. This thing here, it has a little plug hole here, right here. So if water gets into it, which it doesn't, very rarely, you might get just a little bit of water into it, but it doesn't get that much at all. You can just plug this out. It's not that hard. As you can see, it's a little thingamajig, and it comes right on out. Put that back in there. Anyways, yeah, like I said, not that much water gets in there. This thing is pretty airtight sealed, as you can see. Has this foam all the way around it, no problems. Now, the only problem I did run into, and that's just because of the hobby shops that I am into out here, they don't have a lot of the batteries that fit right up front here where it's supposed to go. And if you get too big of a battery to put up here, this self-righting feature does not work. If you have a battery up here that's too big, it will not work because all the weight is in the back and it doesn't flip over that side. So what I use is a 1300 milliamp by Venom. It's a nice size battery here. It's not too big. I took the logo off, my bad. So, but I put the little bit of Velcro right here, and then if you can see here, the lights right there. But I took the strap that it comes with that sits up here and goes up under this little thing right, this little bar. I took that and some tie straps and some zip ties, I'm sorry, and wrapped them, turned the ESC upside down. That's a 30 amp ESC, by the way. And what I did was I took that, wrapped that around there, turned it upside down, and I can take that 1300 milliamp battery and put it on here. To make sure that it stays, I put that is Velcro on the other one, I think. Yeah, it's Velcro on the other one. And this top here, because it's Velcro, goes on the cross top there so that it stays nice and stable. These things are nice and light enough to where it doesn't have that much weight, you know, to the back, and you still get a good, decent amount of running time and everything else. This boat comes with Dean's pins. I like Dean's pins. I've always had Dean's pins, even when I was running my cars, I've never had a problem with Dean's pins, and so all my stuff comes with Dean's pins. Very good quality type connectors. Sometimes I have a 2200 50C It's not that big as most 2200s, like the E-flights and all that stuff, but it's a nice size and it just fits right back here. You really get a lot of power out of this thing. This one here, this is a really good battery. A lot of punch, and a lot of run time also. Something else that you may need with these boats, if you run them as much as I do, because I run my boat a lot. I love this thing, and I have another hydroplane that I use, and I'll do another video of that one later on. But you will need speed grease. I got this when I bought my first boat, and I've had it ever since. And I don't know if I can do this with one hand, but anyways, it's a nice. It's needed. It's needed for every boat that you go buy, because if you don't, you can get a lot of friction in there, and the boat won't run as smooth as it's supposed to. But that's definitely a good thing. What you're gonna need also is a new charger. I have the Ascend 2S, 3S battery charger, and it's with a digital screen, and it runs pretty good. You see everything. If you happen to mess up a battery and you need to balance it out right, you can use a digital screen and go to it, and you can do the voltage meter or the amp meter and all that stuff, and you can balance your batteries back out to whatever each cell is supposed to be, depending on 2-cell or 3S. The controller, pretty nice controller. When I first got it, I was like, kind of iffy on it, but it's actually really got a nice controller. Got the little foam steering wheel here. It takes 4 AA batteries on the bottom. Starting out, if this is your first boat or whatever, all these little knobs and everything can seem a little overwhelming, but don't worry, it's pretty simple. If you want to steer a lot to the left, if you want to steer a lot to the right, you got your power on, you got your, depending on the track that you're on, because this one doesn't have like one of those turning blades like most hydroplanes do. You don't have to worry about these two as much. These ones here, it just depends on what how you're usually going. If you're going up and doing a lot of right turns, and it depends on how you run the boat. But it's not that bad, but it's a very good controller. I like it. The battery starts to wear down, that little light will blink here, and you'll also get a beep. So it's a very good controller by Joysway, by the way. It's the Joysway Mad Shark. I didn't mention that at the beginning. Yeah, like I said, not too much water gets in here at all. I mean, seriously, it's pretty crazy. And it's like when you're not running it, this whole side fills up with water. So it's like, it seems like it's going to sink. Don't worry, it's not going anywhere. As soon as you punch it, it's right out of the water and sitting on top of the water like it's supposed to again. This motor is a 2500 kV motor. Really good motor. I haven't had any problems with this thing. I've had this for maybe about almost a year now. Maybe about a year now. And hadn't had any problems with it at all. I like the cooling system that's in it. Works pretty good. Comes up through the back right here. Comes out this here. Comes around. Goes through the motor. Comes around this side, comes in the ESC, goes out this side, spits out the back. And like I said, there's never any water. I like the thick rudder in the back. A lot of the boats this size come with little flimsy rudders, and they break real easy. This thing is not going to break easy because it's all connected all the way up to here. And I mean, it's nice and thick and solid. Not very big rooster tails, but it does the trick. This boat really gets moving, especially if you use the 2200 battery with it. You really get a lot of good run time, and it's very fast. So This is only my third video that I've done here on YouTube. And I hope it was very informative on anything that you may need. If not, you know, I'm sorry. Hit me up. Drop the comments down below. Take it easy, everybody. Have a good morning.